For the past 7 days, I barely touched my keyboard. No typing. And somehow, I'm getting more work done than ever. I've been using this app on my Mac for everything. Answering emails, scripting my videos, and I don't need to do all of this by typing it word for word. Look, I just speak normally, and this app not only types what I say for me, it can also make the text look more polished if I ask it to. It's amazing how these days we can use technology and AI to speed up our workflow. As a creative on a YouTube channel, I need to script my videos all day. Basically, this is what I do. I also need to reply to so many emails, and emails take me so much time of my day. So I partnered with Typeless today to show you how this app can completely change your workflow. For example, let me try to add a new paragraph to the script of this video. I click on the function key on my Mac to activate Typeless, and I have the cursor where I want to start typing. See this little black bar at the bottom? It means that it's now listening to me and transcribing as I say it. I'm just talking to my laptop and recording a screen share for you at the same time so you can later see how it worked. Okay, I clicked here to stop, and voila! What I just said magically appears on the screen. Just take a look. The text doesn't just look like a transcription. And the interesting part about it is that the text is free of all my pauses and filler words. The biggest time waste for me during the day is answering emails. I think it's probably the same for most of us working on computers these days. In my world, most of the emails fall into two categories. One is talking to brands about collaborations and deals, and two is replying to my customers and one-on-one clients. And the biggest problem with writing emails is not just answering itself, but the problem for me is that I tend to overthink everything, double-checking and triple-checking what I just wrote. I waste a lot of time trying to format the text to make it easier for the other person to read, and instead of spending, say, 10 minutes answering an email, I often end up wasting 20 or 30 minutes. And of course, it depends on the type of email, but in general, it should take much less time. With Typeless, this whole friction goes away because I don't need to manually type anymore. Typeless formats the text as I talk through it. Watch this. I need to reply to this brand deal email. Hi Francis, yeah, this sounds good. Actually, let's change this to great. And sure, I'd be happy to meet you on Monday. Let me know if you have a calendar link. Thank you, Anastasia. See that? It removed my and pauses while I was thinking. It caught when I changed the word from good to great, and it formatted everything perfectly. When you talk naturally, like actually how we speak, it cleans everything up automatically. And you've just seen how it works. It's like having an editor living inside your computer. And this is huge, because you can just talk like a normal human. You don't have to perform at a maximum capacity every single moment of the day. And most dictation tools fall apart after about 30 seconds. Accuracy drops and the structure gets messy. But watch what happens when I dictate for about a minute here in Typeless. I'm gonna write an email to my team. No cuts, no edits. Just me talking naturally. Hey team, quick update on the Q1 project. We're ahead of schedule by 2 weeks, which honestly feels amazing, given how tight the deadline looked back in December. The client loved the latest video edit. I've attached the feedback document, but the TLDR is they want us to push even further with the creative direction that we pitched. Specifically, they mentioned the transitions and the color grading as the standout elements. Now, here's what I'm thinking for the next steps. First, we need to look in the final deliverables by March 15th. Next, let's schedule a creative review session early next week, maybe Tuesday, or actually let's make it Wednesday afternoon, okay? And third, I want to make sure that we are allocating enough time for revisions, because I have a feeling that they're going to ask for some small edits that still will take some time emailing back and forth. And one more thing, we have a busier schedule in the coming months with 3 new clients onboarding, so let's keep this great pace and momentum going. I know, it's been intense, but the results speak for themselves. If you have any questions, just ping me directly. Otherwise, great work. Cheers, Anastasia. See what it just did? The email has proper formatting with spacing and exclamation marks when I sounded more excited. It accurately reproduced what I said, while at the same time it was organizing the content with some logical structure. This is what I mean by typing is dead. I'm literally 4 times faster now because I'm not fighting with formatting. I'm just thinking out loud. And it actually mimics my personal tone and messaging style. Okay, so now this feature is wild, and I use it in some situations when I need to work in a silent mode. For example, if I need to send a message to my husband on WhatsApp, something urgent, even when I'm at a conference or in the middle of a business meeting, this is what I do.
Hey, can you get some groceries on the way home? We need milk and eggs for tomorrow breakfast.
I'm not sure if you could hear what I whispered well enough through my microphone, but Typeless on my Mac definitely did, and it caught my line perfectly. This means you can use Typeless in coffee shops, libraries, open spaces, literally anywhere where you cannot talk at your full volume. And one more thing, and this one saves me so much time. Typeless learns your vocabulary. Some words, and especially in my case some brand names, might be harder to catch the right spelling from the audio. So you can add those hard words to your personal dictionary. Like this brand, for example, called Coloring AI. When I pronounce it, it's very easy to assume or misspell it with ing at the end. But since I added Coloring AI to my dictionary the way it should be, it knows now what I mean and then it spells it correctly. It learned it. This works with client names, brand names, industry jargon, project code names. You teach it once and then Typeless remembers it forever. This is the kind of AI that actually makes sense. It adapts to you. So here's what my workflow looks like now. Morning emails? Spoken. Meeting notes? Spoken. Video transcripts? Spoken. Slack messages? Spoken. I'm not exaggerating when I say I barely touch my keyboard anymore. And I save a ton of time while my writing is actually better because I'm not overthinking it, not over-editing, and I'm getting to the point that I'm trying to make much faster. Typeless isn't just dictation. It's like your computer finally understands how humans actually communicate. I'm using Typeless on a Mac right now, but it works on Windows, macOS, iOS, and Android. It can be used on all of them. You can try it out using the first link in the description. You've got a free trial, so you can test it yourself. You can get a trial for a whole month so that you can do so much work without typing. I promise you will not go back. If you found this video helpful, then subscribe. I'm testing AI tools like this every week. See you in the next one.